Hey guys, it's Dalton. Thank you so much for watching my last video and giving me all the views you did on my last video. It really means so much to me. And thank you for subscribing if you weren't already subscribed before. I love you so much. Thank you for that. So today we're going to be talking about my favorite songs from the month of October. So I've actually kind of been changing the way I listen to music. Usually I'll save a song to my phone, and then once I listen to it enough, I'll just put it into this old playlist and I'll unsave it from my phone. But recently I haven't really been listening to new music all of the time like I used to. So I keep reflecting on old songs that have already been out for a while, or songs that have been released prior but are just not coming into my radar because I don't really actively search for new music like I used to. And so some of these songs are songs that I might have had on my phone for 6 months, that I'm still listening to because I like them that much. So I made a playlist of the top 20 of my October favorite songs, and I'm going to link that in the description. I'll tag it right here so you can click it and save it to your Spotify. But today we're just going to be talking about my top 7 favorite songs, 7 lucky numbers. So here we go. I also want to say before we start, I'm so sorry, that these aren't really in any particular order. I just like them all so much, but they're the top 7 out of the 20, but they're not in a certain order. So there isn't one that's my number 1 song, but here we go. Okay, so for number 1, I did Lana Del Rey's Dealer, which is off of her new album Blue Banisters. It actually came out on my birthday, so that was a nice surprise. I really like this song just because of the way she sings in the chorus. If you listen to it, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about because it's a super new style for her. She's never sang like that before. And it's so raw and edgy. I just love everything about it. It's so good. You have to go listen to it. So the next song is one of those songs I was talking about that's I've been listening to this song for so long. I think the song might have came out in December of 2020, and I still listen to it at least 5 times a week, if not more than that. And that song is Good Days by SZA. This song is so good. I could talk about it all day long, all night long, and I could probably listen to it that whole time on repeat and never get tired of it, which is so rare for me. I could count on this hand right here how many songs I listen to that are like that for me. Because usually I listen to a song and it gets tiring and I'm I don't want to hear this anymore or whatever. This song, there are just so many layers to it, the instrumental. Oh my god, it's so good. There's so many elements in the instrumental itself. Then you listen to the lyrics and you can hear the lyrics through once, and then you hear 2 words that mean something completely different that you didn't hear before. It's just so good. And I think it's just a really good representation of dissociating and feeling you are losing control of your life, or you're stuck in your mind and you can't get out of it. So it's also kind of comparing to my mental state at the time of listening to it for the past 6 months. But it's just so good. God. And the message, just that she's been beaten down so much, but she still is hopeful for a good day in the future. She knows it's coming. She's just waiting for it. It's just so good. You have to listen to it. Okay, the next song, probably an obvious choice for the top 7 of October, and that is Easy on Me by Adele. How can I not talk about this song? Okay, it's been I think 6 years since her last album came out. Wow, this song is just so good. I was talking to my sister, it's just she came back and has not skipped a beat. She didn't miss a moment, and she's right back where she left off. Wow. And the time of the year, the release, the video, everything about it is just so good. The way she built up this song into the chorus and how big the chorus is, it would have surprised me if it didn't blow up like it did. A lot of people are saying it's overrated, but it's listened to so much for a reason. It is so good. It's just so good. Now, speaking of overrated and overplayed, the next one, you might hate me for this one, but the next one is going to be Meet Me at Our Spot, the live version by The Anxiety. This song, I don't care what you say, how many times you hear it on TikTok, this song is so phenomenal good. And even the studio version, when I had to listen to the studio version on Spotify, I was still with it. But the live version, if you watch the video and Willow singing, you can just tell the energy she puts into this song in the chorus, just singing. Wow, it's so good. And I think if you pay attention to the lyrics of like the songs that I'm talking about right now, you'll notice some like threads connecting them together. Like, and in the song they say like, I'm not getting younger. And you can tell just in like the first like verse that they're both like looking to the future and they're not situating themselves in their present, which is like kind of what causes dissociation. So like for me, it's like something that I can relate to. I just really enjoy it. The song is so good. The lyrics, the music, the vocals, everything about it, it just all comes together in the song. It's so good. Now the next one, number 5, wow. All I can say, wow. Just For Me by Pink Panthers. Wow. This song, I would say is maybe for me personally like top 30 of like all time of my favorite songs. Maybe Good Days is also up there. I'd say Good Days might be top 10, but you know, Just For Me is so good because of the instrumental, the sound. It's like she's creating an entire new genre in her own work. Like I know this is gonna be a trendsetter for future work. Like you can just tell the way it is. Like the lyrics, like creating a love song about how you're obsessed with someone, but like turning it into a way that's like cute. Like it's so good. And she talks about almost like doing magic to get this person to like reciprocate those feelings. And it's just so good. Like so good, so good, so good. Okay, the last two are from the same album, and they're both by Billie Eilish. It's from her new album, Happier Than Ever. The first one is Male Fantasy. I just want to say these two songs are really on here because when I went to San Francisco, I put this album on repeat. And this is what I'm talking about. Like the album came out a while ago, but I hadn't really like listened to it and like listened to it more than once. In San Francisco and on the plane, wow. I put it on repeat. I just listened to it over and over. Want to say if you ever ride a plane in the near future, you have to listen to this album on the plane. It is such a good plane album. I can't tell you why. It just sounds like you're on a plane. Like it's just, oh, it's so good. But Male Fantasy, the guitar making the song natural and the melody and the way her voice is so delicate in the song is like, it's so good. Like it's like honey for my ears. Like I can't explain it to you other than by saying it's good at this point. Like it's just that good. Like ooh. And the last one is Getting Older by Billie Eilish on Happier Than Ever. This one is really all about the lyrics for me. Now that I don't want to say that and take away from the instrumental because the instrumental is very good. It's so good. But the lyrics for me are just so good, talking about getting older and how things that I am aspiring for right now, like I won't even care about once I get them, or like I won't care about 5 years from now. Like me working on this YouTube channel, you know, I have no idea if like in 5 years from now, I'm gonna even like be posting. I have no idea. I don't even know if I'll be here in 5 years. You have no idea. Isn't that crazy to think about? Like things that I care so much about right now might not matter to me at all in the future. And just talking about how you're getting older and you can't get the time back. So good. I also want to say Good Days also references that at the end of the song. Like she talks about how people waste their youth looking for the future, and people look back on their youth when they're older when they really need to be focused on the present. And like focusing on the present is one of the main reasons why people dissociate, like because they're not focusing on the present and they're like in their minds. Like so all of these songs are like playing a soundtrack for my emotional state, but also like the mental picture you have with these sounds and these songs and the instrumentals paint the perfect image for October and fall for me. Like it's just so perfect. It's almost like for the month of October, all of these songs like perfectly aligned into my life, because prior to October, I really wasn't even listening to music, like new music at all. I just kept listening to the same music over and over. And it was getting really tiring, and I was like, I want to listen to new music, but nothing is interesting me right now. And then all of these songs at the same time just like fly together, and they all like have the same references to meanings. They all have like the same energy to the sound. And I think that might be why they all just like perfectly fit together, and I love them all so much. Like I'm finally getting back into a place where I can listen to new music and enjoy it and feel it. It's kind of funny because it's almost like all of these people and me and other people I know are like going through the same things at the same time. It feels like everybody's like done with this, like we're all burnt out, don't want to be doing the same stuff anymore over and over, and you can really feel that in these songs, like in the lyrics. Now before I go, I want to give you one bonus, just because I went to a Beach Bunny concert this week, and they actually came out with a new song last week. It's called Oxygen, and the song is so good. Go listen to that. I'll put it on the playlist right now. It's so good. I know you'll like it if you like these other songs. It doesn't really match the energy of the other songs, but it has a more pop feel to it that can just pick you up after you like dip into those like low emotions. It can pull you back out of them and, you know, help you look towards the future and stop dwelling on the sad emotions, if that makes sense. So, like I said, I made a playlist with 21 now that I added the Oxygen song, but 21 songs on this playlist. I will link it again. I will put it down in the description. Go listen to it, go like it, save it to your phone, listen to these songs. I'm gonna try to do a monthly favorite songs every single month, so maybe I'll make like a big playlist at the end of the year. We can put them all together or something. Thank you so much for hanging out with me this week and watching this short video. Wish it could have been longer, but I really just wanted to keep it something short this week since I had a 30-minute video last week. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you're here, I love you so much. If you're not here, you won't see this, but I love you so much too. Thank you so much. Please leave a like and comment. It would mean so much to me. I love seeing your reactions. Let me know if you like the songs. If you go listen to the playlist, come back and tell me which song is your favorite on the playlist, okay? Thank you so much. I love you so much, and I'll see you next week. Bye, guys.